Ladies and gentlemen, and let me start by saying this, there's greatness in you, but it's buried under layers of excuses, pain, and distractions. The first step to uncovering it is to look in the mirror. Yes, the mirror not at your neighbor, not at your circumstances, not at your past, but at yourself. Fixing yourself begins with confronting the person staring back at you. We live in a world where it's easy to point fingers. It's them. It's the economy. It's my upbringing. It's my boss. But let me tell you something. If you wait for the world to fix you, you'll be waiting forever. The power to change your life is already within you, but it starts with taking responsibility for where you are, where you're going. Self-awareness is the foundation of transformation, the bedrock upon which all meaningful change is built. It is the light that reveals who we are, where we stand, and what we need to address in order to move forward. Without self-awareness, we are like travelers without a map, wandering aimlessly through life, unaware of where we've been or where we're headed. Fixing yourself begins with understanding yourself, and this requires an honest, unfiltered look at your thoughts, behaviors, and patterns. To develop self-awareness, you must begin by embracing the truth, however uncomfortable it may be. We often avoid this step because it forces us to confront aspects of ourselves that we'd rather ignore. Maybe it's the procrastination that has kept you from pursuing your dreams. Perhaps it's the bitterness you carry from past wounds or the insecurities that shape your decisions. Whatever it is, acknowledging it is essential. You cannot fix what you refuse to face. The mirror may not always reflect the perfect image, but it will always reflect the truth. The process of self-awareness is not just about identifying flaws, but also about understanding their roots. Why do you react the way you do in certain situations? Why do you repeat certain patterns, even when they lead to undesirable outcomes? These questions are not meant to shame you, but to guide you. Self-awareness is not about self-condemnation, it's about self-discovery. When you dig deep, you often find that many of your behaviors stem from unmet needs, unresolved pain, or inherited beliefs. Recognizing these origins allows you to address the root cause rather than just treating the symptoms. True self-awareness also requires a willingness to listen not just to yourself, but to others. Feedback is a mirror that reflects how you are perceived by the world. It's not always easy to hear, but it is invaluable. Sometimes we are too close to our own struggles to see them clearly. Trusted friends, mentors, or even constructive criticism from colleagues can provide insights that we might miss on our own. The key is to listen without defensiveness and to use what you learn to grow. Self-awareness is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong journey. As you grow and change, new layers of yourself will be revealed. What you understand about yourself today may evolve tomorrow, and that's a good thing. It means you're alive, dynamic, and capable of continual growth, but this requires staying present and paying attention. Too often we live on autopilot, going through the motions without truly engaging with our lives. Self-awareness demands that we wake up. It asks us to observe our thoughts, question our assumptions, and evaluate our choices regularly. A critical aspect of self-awareness is learning to separate who you are from what you do. Many of us define ourselves by our accomplishments or failures, but these are just chapters in our story, not the entirety of who we are. To truly understand yourself, you must look beyond the external and delve into the internal. What motivates you? What scares you? What brings you joy? These are the questions that help you uncover your authentic self, the self that exists apart from titles, roles, and labels. There's also a spiritual component to self-awareness. Understanding yourself requires understanding your place in the grander scheme of things. It's about recognizing that you are part of something bigger than yourself. Whether you call it the universe, a divine power, or simply humanity. This perspective not only humbles you, but also empowers you. It reminds you that your life has meaning, and that meaning often lies in the connections you make and the impact you have on others. Developing self-awareness is not always easy. It requires humility to admit that you don't have it all figured out and courage to face the parts of yourself that you might prefer to hide. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you understand yourself, you gain clarity. You begin to see why certain things trigger you, why some relationships thrive while others falter, and why you make the choices you do. This clarity empowers you to make better decisions, to align your actions with your values, and to create a life that reflects who you truly are. Fixing yourself is impossible without self-awareness because you can't fix what you don't understand. It's like trying to repair a broken machine without knowing how it works. But when you take the time to understand yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your desires, and your fears, you give yourself the tools to rebuild, reimagine, and renew your life. Self-awareness is not just the first step, it's the ongoing practice that sustains every step that follows. Ownership of responsibility is a cornerstone of personal transformation. It is the act of taking full accountability for your actions, choices, and circumstances, recognizing that while you may not control everything that happens to you, you are fully responsible for how you respond to it. Fixing yourself starts with the realization that no one else is coming to rescue you. No external force, person, or circumstance can fix what is broken inside you until you decide to take ownership of your life. This shift in mindset is both empowering and liberating because it places the control of your future firmly in your own hands. Taking responsibility requires a fundamental mindset shift. It begins with letting go of the blame game. It is tempting to point fingers when things go wrong. You might blame your parents for your upbringing, your boss for your stagnant career, or even society for your challenges. While external factors undoubtedly play a role in shaping our lives, holding on to blame keeps you stuck. Blame shifts power away from you, leaving you feeling helpless and victimized. Ownership, on the other hand, reclaims that power. When you take responsibility, you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You become the author of your story. Ownership of responsibility is not about self-blame or guilt. It's about self-awareness and action. It's about recognizing the role you play in your own life and understanding that your choices, both big and small, have contributed to where you are today. This doesn't mean everything is your fault, but it does mean that you have the power to influence what happens next. For example, if you're unhappy in your current job, it's not enough to complain about it. Taking responsibility means asking yourself, what can I do to change this situation? It could mean acquiring new skills, seeking out opportunities, or even changing your attitude. The key is to focus on what you can control rather than dwelling on what you cannot. One of the most challenging aspects of taking responsibility is confronting your excuses. Excuses are the shields we use to protect ourselves from the discomfort of accountability. They might sound like, I'm too busy, I'm not good enough, or it's too late for me. While these excuses may feel valid in the moment, they are often rooted in fear, self-doubt, or a lack of clarity. Taking responsibility means recognizing these excuses for what they are and refusing to let them dictate your actions. It's about being honest with yourself and asking, am I really doing everything I can to change my situation, or am I hiding behind excuses? Responsibility also extends to your emotional well-being. While you can't control how others treat you, you are responsible for how you react. No one can make you feel a certain way without your permission. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging your feelings, understanding their source, and choosing a response that aligns with your values. For example, if someone's words upset you, taking responsibility means reflecting on why those words affected you and deciding how to address the situation constructively. Another important aspect of ownership is the willingness to learn from your mistakes. Everyone stumbles, everyone makes poor choices at times. The difference between those who grow and those who stay stuck lies in how they handle those mistakes. Taking responsibility means acknowledging your missteps without excuses, reflecting on what went wrong. Cultivating positivity requires intentional effort, such as practicing gratitude, reframing negative thoughts, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. A strong mindset is not something you're born with, it's something you build through conscious practice. Building inner strength also involves developing emotional intelligence. This means understanding and managing your own emotions while empathizing with the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate relationships, handle conflict constructively, and remain calm under pressure. It's about recognizing that emotions are a natural part of life, but not allowing them to control your decisions. By learning to regulate your emotions, you gain the clarity and composure needed to face challenges effectively. Self-compassion is another crucial element of inner strength. It's easy to be hard on yourself, especially when things don't go as planned, but beating yourself up only drains your energy and confidence. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness, patience, and understanding, just as you would a close friend. It means acknowledging your imperfections without letting them define you. When you practice self-compassion, you create a safe space within yourself to grow, heal, and try again. To build inner strength, it's also essential to let go of what no longer serves you. This includes releasing grudges, forgiving yourself and others, and shedding limiting beliefs. Holding on to past hurts or outdated narratives only weighs you down. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or condoning harmful behavior. It means freeing yourself from its power over you. It's about creating mental and emotional space for new possibilities. Each time you let go of something that no longer aligns with your growth, you make room for strength and positivity to take its place. Inner strength is also fortified by having a clear sense of purpose. When you know what you stand for and where you're headed, you can face challenges with greater determination. Purpose gives you a reason to keep going when the journey gets tough. It reminds you that your struggles are not in vain and that every step forward brings you closer to your goals. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It simply needs to be meaningful to you. Whether it's being a source of love for your family, making a difference in your community, or pursuing a personal dream, your purpose is a powerful source of inner strength. Building inner strength requires patience and practice. It's not something that happens overnight. Just like physical strength, inner strength grows gradually through consistent effort. Each challenge you face, each time you choose discipline over distraction, and each moment you respond to negativity with positivity, you are strengthening your inner core. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remember that growth is a lifelong journey. Inner strength is not about never feeling weak or uncertain. It's about finding the courage to keep going despite those feelings. It's about trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way and knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. When you build inner strength, you equip yourself with the tools to navigate life's complexities with grace and resilience. It's not just a quality you develop, it's a gift you give to yourself, one that will sustain you through all the seasons of life. The importance of consistency cannot be overstated when it comes to personal transformation. While motivation can inspire you to start, it is consistency that ensures you keep going. Fixing yourself is not about one-time efforts or short bursts of enthusiasm. It's about showing up every day, making steady progress, and committing to the process. Consistency is the glue that holds your efforts together, turning small, deliberate actions into long-term success. But consistency begins with clarity. You cannot be consistent if you don't know what you're working toward. Clear goals provide direction and purpose, ensuring that your daily actions align with your vision. Whether you're striving to improve your health, grow in your career, or enhance your relationships, you must define what success looks like. Clarity is the roadmap that keeps you focused, and consistency is the vehicle that drives you forward. Without clarity, even the most determined efforts can become scattered and ineffective. Building consistency requires discipline, but it doesn't mean you have to rely solely on willpower. Creating habits is a powerful way to ensure consistent behavior. Habits are the routines and practices that become second nature over time, reducing the need for conscious effort. For example, if you want to improve your physical health, committing to a daily walk or preparing nutritious meals can become habits that support your goals. The key is to start small and focus on repetition. Even minor actions, when performed consistently, can lead to significant results over time. Consistency also requires patience. In a world that often glorifies instant gratification, it can be challenging to stay committed when results are not immediate. However, meaningful change takes time. You might not see the fruits of your labor right away, but that doesn't mean your efforts are in vain. Like planting seeds in a garden, the results of consistency often grow beneath the surface before they become visible. Trusting the process and staying the course, even when progress seems slow, is an essential part of building consistency. Another critical aspect of consistency is adaptability. Life is unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. There will be days when circumstances challenge your commitment, whether it's unexpected responsibilities, a lack of motivation, or external setbacks. Consistency doesn't mean being perfect, it means doing your best in each moment, even when conditions are less than ideal. If you miss a day, a week, or even a month, it's not a failure, it's an opportunity to start again. Adaptability ensures that your commitment to consistency remains strong, even in the face of change. Consistency also involves accountability. When you hold yourself accountable, you create a sense of responsibility for your actions. This can be achieved through self-monitoring, such as tracking your progress, or by involving others, such as sharing your goals with a trusted friend or mentor. Accountability provides both motivation and a framework for reflection. It encourages you to evaluate what's working, identify areas for improvement, and stay aligned with your objectives. The power of consistency lies in its cumulative effect. Each small, consistent action builds on the one before it, creating momentum that propels you forward. This is often referred to as the compounding effect. Just as small financial investments can grow into significant wealth over time, small, consistent efforts can lead to transformative change. Whether it's practicing a skill, saving money, or cultivating a healthy habit, the impact of consistency multiplies over time, often exceeding what you initially thought possible. Consistency is also deeply tied to self-trust. When you commit to being consistent, you make a promise to yourself. Each time you follow through on that promise, you reinforce your confidence and belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Conversely, inconsistency can erode self-trust, making it harder to stay motivated. Building consistency is not just about achieving external results, it's about strengthening your relationship with yourself. It's a way of saying, I am capable and I am worthy of the effort it takes to grow. Maintaining consistency often requires managing distractions and staying focused. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get sidetracked by competing priorities, unexpected demands, or the lure of instant gratification. Consistency demands that you set boundaries, prioritize your goals, and remain committed to the path you've chosen. This doesn't mean shutting out everything else, but it does mean being intentional about how you spend your time and energy. Staying focused ensures that your efforts are directed toward what truly matters. Consistency is about embracing the journey, not just the destination. While it's important to have goals, the real value of consistency lies in the person you become along the way. Each day you show up, you strengthen your character, build resilience, and deepen your sense of purpose. The journey itself is transformative, teaching you lessons and revealing strengths you didn't know you had. Consistency is not just about achieving results, it's about becoming the kind of person who is capable of achieving them. The importance of consistency cannot be overstated. It is the steady force that bridges the gap between intention and achievement, turning dreams into reality and potential into progress. When you commit to consistency, you commit to your growth, your goals, and your future. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Each small, consistent step you take is a declaration that you are willing to invest in yourself, and that investment will pay dividends far beyond what you can imagine. Embracing lifelong learning is one of the most transformative decisions you can make in the journey of fixing yourself. Growth does not end with the attainment of a goal. It is a continuous process of seeking knowledge, refining skills, and expanding your understanding of the world and yourself. Lifelong learning is not just about acquiring new information. It is about adopting a mindset of curiosity, humility, and openness to change. This commitment to perpetual growth enables you to adapt to life's challenges, seize new opportunities, and consistently evolve into the best version of yourself. Lifelong learning starts with a curious mindset. Curiosity is the fuel that drives exploration and discovery. It's the willingness to ask questions, seek answers, and explore new ideas, even if they challenge your existing beliefs. Curiosity opens the door to growth by encouraging you to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. It prompts you to see the world as a classroom and every experience as an opportunity to learn. When you approach life with curiosity, even failures and setbacks become valuable lessons rather than roadblocks. Humility is another cornerstone of lifelong learning. To grow, you must be willing to acknowledge that you don't have all the answers. Humility allows you to approach learning with an open mind, ready to absorb new perspectives and challenge your own assumptions. It's about recognizing that no matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. This humility fosters a sense of wonder and keeps you from becoming complacent or resistant to change. It reminds you that growth is a journey, not a destination, and that each step forward is a step toward greater understanding and wisdom. A commitment to lifelong learning also requires intentional effort. Learning doesn't just happen by accident, it requires you to actively seek out opportunities for growth. This might mean reading books, taking courses, or engaging in meaningful conversations with people who challenge your thinking. It could involve learning new skills, exploring different cultures, or immersing yourself in unfamiliar environments. The key is to be proactive in your pursuit of knowledge and to approach each opportunity with an eagerness to learn. Even small, consistent efforts to expand your understanding can lead to profound personal transformation over time. Lifelong learning is not limited to formal education or structured environments. Some of the most valuable lessons come from everyday experiences and interactions. Life itself is a teacher, offering insights through successes and failures, joys and sorrows, and the ordinary moments in between. To embrace lifelong learning, you must be present and attentive, willing to reflect on your experiences and extract wisdom from them. This reflective practice allows you to identify patterns, recognize growth areas, and apply what you've learned to future challenges. Adaptability is another vital aspect of lifelong learning. The world is constantly changing, and those who thrive are those who can adapt. Lifelong learning equips you with the skills and knowledge needed to navigate change effectively. It helps you stay relevant in a rapidly evolving world, whether it's adapting to new technologies, shifting career landscapes, or changing social dynamics. By committing to lifelong learning, you ensure that you are always prepared to meet the demands of an ever-changing environment. One of the most profound benefits of lifelong learning is its ability to foster personal fulfillment. Learning enriches your life by exposing you to new ideas, perspectives, and possibilities. It ignites your creativity, fuels your passions, and deepens your appreciation for the world around you. The more you learn, the more you realize how interconnected and complex life is, and this awareness fosters a sense of gratitude and wonder. Lifelong learning is not just about achieving external success, it's about cultivating inner growth and living a life of purpose and meaning. Lifelong learning also strengthens your relationships. When you are committed to growth, you bring more to your interactions with others. You become a better listener, a more empathetic friend, and a more thoughtful partner. Your willingness to learn from others and share your own insights creates deeper connections and fosters mutual respect. Lifelong learning reminds you that every person you meet has something to teach you, and this perspective enhances your ability to build meaningful relationships. The journey of lifelong learning is not without its challenges. It requires time, effort, and a willingness to face uncertainty. There will be moments when the path forward is unclear or when the learning process feels slow and frustrating. However, it is in these moments that your commitment to growth is truly tested and strengthened. Lifelong learning is not about instant results. It is about embracing the process and trusting that each step forward contributes to your overall growth. Embracing lifelong learning is an act of self-investment. It's a commitment to your own development and a declaration that you are willing to do what it takes to become the best version of yourself. It's about choosing growth over stagnation, curiosity over complacency, and exploration over fear. When you embrace lifelong learning, you unlock your potential and open the door to endless possibilities. You become more adaptable, more resilient, and more capable of navigating life's complexities with confidence and grace. In the end, lifelong learning is not just a path to personal growth, it is a path to a richer, more fulfilling life. Thanks for watching.